MMA Pros Picks is sponsored by the Mad Lab, MMA.com. Full breakdowns, DFS, wagers, projections, podcasts, and live streams for every single card. Use the promo code MADLYNCH for 40% off your first month.
This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a very good one. I hope Dominick is gonna come for even stronger after these two losses. He fought twice for the title. Jiri is a hyped guy, and yeah, I don't know. I cannot say. It's gonna be. I'm interested how Jiri gonna handle the southpaw guy, because, and as well also how Reyes gonna handle the weird style of Jiri, because he's also switching stances. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go with Jiri.
I was impressed with him, and then not impressed with him in some instances, but he's exciting. He's willing to take shots. He blocks with his face at times. That can make this a very interesting fight. But, I mean, we just saw what Blachowicz did to him. It's tough to say, man. I would have to lean towards – I still think Reyes gets it done. I think he gets it done.
I'm going to go with Dominick Reyes, man. I think that, he just made a tactical error against Jan. And his footwork and his striking combinations, I think, may be the best in the light heavyweight division. So, may not be the most powerful guy, but he's a punches and bunches kind of guy. So it's almost an even trade. So I'm gonna go with Dominick Reyes.
I'm still gonna go with Reyes on that one. I want to see him bounce back after that loss he just took. I always root for the fighters that have for the comeback. You know what I mean? And I want him to come back and get back to his winning ways.
Who the fuck is Jiri Prochazka? That's the dude that knocked out Volkan off. That knocked out. I'm gonna go with Reyes. Yeah, he knocked out Volkov. Volkan Oezdemir. I'm not but I'm not really all that impressed with Volkan Oezdemir. Like nothing against him. You know what I mean? I think he's a good fighter and shit like that. But it's just as far as like on that upper echelon level type thing. Like I think Dominick Reyes has a beat from movement to power while he's moving to speed. Over Volkanovski is what I'm saying. So I think, and then just him being in there with the upper level with the last two champions and things like that. I think he's going to be more calculating. I think he's going to be better, and I think a better version of Dom already from what he was beats that guy.
Yeah, Jiri is obviously, he's got some extremely good skills. The win over the one opponent isn't enough for me to bank on him. You know what I mean? Dominick Reyes has shown he's consistent with his fights. He obviously took John Jones to a decision that I thought he won. He had a tough fight against Jan, but Jan's on a rip right now. He's killing everybody. So I'm going to have to lean towards Dom until I see some more out of Jiri.
I used to train with Jiri, and this isn't just the bias of me liking him and having trained with him, but he's tricky, and he's tricky for a lot of those guys. And what I noticed with Dominick Reyes' style is he's super athletic, and he really likes to plant on a lot of his strikes. But what we saw with the Blachowicz fight, he has that, Blachowicz is really good at moving in and out with his strikes. And I think that weird movement kind of maybe threw Dominick for a loop. And Jiri is the king of weird movement. And I'm not saying I'm a fan of his style as to me wanting to emulate it, because Jiri does get hit a lot. And he's just all over the place. But I think his movement will be adequate enough to confuse or at least overload Reyes's system enough to get the win.
I bet against Jiri. That's the name, right? Yeah, Jiri. I bet against him in the Volkov fight, and what he did in that fight was just insane. It's very tough. I like Dominick as a person, and I look at it as like when he fought for the belt with John Jones, it's almost like that was his peak. Like he was happy to get there, and then when he went against John, I was just kind of like, who is it? Wasn't the same person. So, if he doesn't bring his mentality back up, I'm going with Jiri. Jiri is not a guy that you want to play with and you want to sit there and just think that you're going to walk through. That kid is tough, I would like to see his grappling if someone were to go a grappler against him, but I'm gonna have to go with that guy.
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna go with Reyes. I think Reyes wanted to wash his mouth out from his last outing, because he has 2 losses now, right? Wasn't 2 in a row? Yeah, I think he want to wash his mouth out from that. And he's game, man. He's good, so he can definitely get that.
Oh, dude, I'm a Jiri fan. He's so awesome. That guy's a stud, and he fights long. He fights awkward. He's one of those guys, very, very hard to train for. He does a lot of very unorthodox techniques, and he trains with Krause. So it's like, yeah, I gotta go with Jiri. He's awesome.
That original flow, head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix. Getting closer to the heart of the flame, bringing conversations with heavy hitting names. You feel the love of the game.